Hello and welcome to the Wild Protea with myself, Clinton Chalmers. Thanks for joining me once again. Before I begin, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to comment, guys. I'd love to hear from you guys and see what you think of the show thus far. Obviously, I'm trying to start a Proteas based fan channel for you guys, and he's trying to get the heartbeat of the fans. So I would love to hear from you guys. Just excuse my voice and my sniffing. I'm down with a little bit of the man flu, but that won't stop me from getting my thoughts out there. So yeah, guys. Obviously, huge congratulations to the Springboks, Sia Kolisi and the boys pulled it out. The William Webb Ellis Trophy is safe home in South Africa. Boys are currently on a little tour of South Africa at the moment. Saying thank you to all the fans, and it's great to see the numbers out. People from all walks of life going to catch a glimpse at their heroes. It's absolutely outstanding. So thus far, I think they're in Durban today, and it's been great to see the boys out there. Without further ado, let's just get into some little. I must actually apologize again. Last week's video wasn't uploaded. Unfortunately, the preview for the game. I will upload that video because I think, in hindsight, looking back at it, there's a couple of things that I said in that preview that, which actually came true in the game. So I'd like to. I'd like for you guys to see that as well, and give it a watch. So that'll be out probably with this one today as well. Straight into the review then. Game plan worked. Our game plan worked almost to a T. You guys might not say that, but having reviewed the game, we played a similar game plan that we've played pretty much throughout this test season, in that we kicked when the ball was sort of between the 40 meter line, 50 meter line. We kicked well and put them under pressure, and then once we got into a place where we could play with the ball a bit more than we did, and we did well with the ball. Everyone was saying it was kind of a masterstroke from Rassi, but he said he didn't change much, and if he took credit for it, he'd be lying. So he actually gave credit to Pollard and Willie and Faf for making the decisions on the day, and I think they made great decisions on the day. The decision making was excellent, and the execution was excellent as well. Willie Leroux did have a tough sort of maybe 20 minutes in the first half, but he came through it, and his experience really showed in the end. And England tried to target Willie, they tried to target Dwayne, and it didn't come off with him because Dwayne was superb, obviously man of the match, and Willie was excellent under the high ball, took all of the high balls. If you look at our first try, actually, that is our game plan in a nutshell. We forced them to kick from an area of the field where you don't have much to gain by kicking from there. They kicked straight down Willie's throat. Willie got the ball with zero pressure on him. He then got tackled, and then it was just quick hands because their kick chasers didn't have the energy that our kick chasers have. I was watching the game again, and Watson was chasing up with no intensity, and you can't have that. Because you've seen the way that our guys go up. Even if they don't get the ball, they first play there to tackle and try and get over the ball and try and win and put pressure on the opponent. And for England, just didn't bring that same intensity that they brought against New Zealand. And I think that's largely due to the fact that we blunted them up front. Obviously the scrums were a huge issue for them. They were disrupted in the scrums with Sinclair going off. But I don't think it would have made much of a difference, to be honest. I think we have the best scrum in the world at the moment. Speaking of scrums, congrats to Tendai, the beast. Absolutely amazing servant of the game, such a humble guy, Wish him all the best for his future endeavours and whatever. But thanks for the win, Beast, and been amazing watching you through your career, and I've always admired the way you play rugby, 110% all the time. Villiers and 100 Pollard. Just want to touch on them quickly. They combined so nicely. Willie kind of takes pressure off Andre a lot. And Willie put in a couple of key kicks there, forcing England back into their 22, forcing them back. 100 Pollard as well. The execution of the kicks was absolutely immense on Saturday, and it was great to see. And then the defence, guys, just something you may not have noticed with the defence. Cheslin Colby's defence. Now, Cheslin Colby is probably the smallest guy in the field, and the way he makes tackles is absolutely insane. I say this because there were 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times, where England had an overlap, and Cheslin was the man standing between them and probably breaking the line and staggering our defence. And once the defence is staggered, then you can exploit holes and stuff. And he was the man who made a ball and all tackle quite a few times, and that is the key to our defence. We come in from the wings and force pressure inwards, force them to the bigger guys, the Peter Steffs and the Earbins and these guys. But when sometimes they're able to get the ball out to the wingers, it's then important for Mapimpi and Cheslin to either do what Cheslin does. Cheslin tries to cut off the ball by either going for an intercept or tackling the guy ball and all. Mapimpi does it the other way. He gets up there, but he won't go for the intercept or try and make the tackle. He lets them get the ball to the winger, and he backs himself with his pace to catch the winger every time. And every time he does, Makazole Mapimpi is exceptionally quick, and it never looks like he's running fast. It's ridiculous, actually. So that was basically it in a nutshell, up front. And then, there was that 5-minute period where we kept them. I think this is what won us the World Cup. There was a 5-minute period where we kept them off our line. And I think if they'd gone over there, they would have got momentum and could have carried that right through till the end of the game. So that was massive for us. And just watching and analysing the game again, the bodies on the line from the boys, and the passion and the determination was something to behold on Saturday. I was jumping up and down on my couch and screaming, and my daughter was telling me, Daddy, you've got to be quiet. And I couldn't contain myself. I had planned to go out and watch the game with the boys at my local cricket club, but my whole family was sick, so I was on daddy duty, and they were sleeping because they were sick, and I'm screaming up and down with my uncle and my father-in-law and my brother-in-law, and we're going absolutely crazy. All these sick people are in the house. My brother-in-law was actually sick as well, and I'm just getting absolutely apeshit on the couch, standing up and shouting at the top of my voice. It was it was brilliant. I watched the 2007 game. I was a lot younger then, obviously, and that game wasn't really that entertaining. Obviously, the feeling was the same afterwards. We won and we were grateful, but this game, we dominated the opposition, and that try from Cheslin at the end was just absolutely magical. So, congrats to Rassi and the boys, and Sia and Dwayne, and there's a couple of guys retiring now, Flo and the Beast. There's a few more that won't make the next World Cup as well, but there's enough core there that we can keep this and continue this form now for the next, hopefully, 4 years, so that next time the World Cup comes around, we are in just as good a form and just as good planning and preparation as this one was. Rassi had 18 months to plan it. Now we've got 4 years. Rusty's head of rugby. It looks like the defensive coach Jacques, I think Nanibo or his name is. I may have just absolutely wrecked his name there, but we'll wait and see on that one. But it's good to have that little bit of continuation of Rusty's sort of philosophy, and they have been saying now in the interviews that Rusty's going to still be an integral part of the Springboks and stuff. But I'd love to see what happens now with Rusty at the helm, bringing youngsters through and that sort of thing. So it's a really great time for South African rugby at the moment. And it's just great to see everyone out and about and it's just the unity and everything, and that's at the Fair Digest what we want essentially. Bring people together to educate them and make people see that there's a better way to live. When we're all fighting for one common goal, I think that's the paramount thing that the Springboks have taught us. Is that when we all strive to one goal, no matter if you white, black, pink, purple, yellow, green, it doesn't matter. As long as you guys are all fighting for one goal, and if that's to improve South Africa and improve each other's lives, that's a great thing to achieve. And before I get sentimental here. That was the final, guys. Great stuff. Then just looking at some sporting events coming up. Bafana, they are in AFCON qualifying. They are away to Ghana. That is on the 14th of this month, November. That's AFCON qualifying, and then we have Sudan. We have Sudan at home in AFCON qualifying. I think a couple days after that, on the 17th, that'll be it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, I'm going to watch those games and I'll give you a review of both games as well. So we'll just we'll wait for those games to come up, and then we'll get straight into that as well. We want to see the soccer boys emulating the rugby lads on the pitch. Not so much the tackling though. I think that might not be allowed. Then there is some cricket action coming your way pretty soon, or not pretty soon, but 26th of December, first test against England. Now this is an interesting one because obviously the cricket hasn't been going so well of late, but maybe like I said with the rugby, maybe the soccer, maybe the rugby boys can inspire the cricketers to do something special. I think we're going to need something special against a very good English side. That bowling attack that England have can be deadly in any condition, so we'll have to wait and see how the boys react. I think there will be some changes maybe to the South African side, obviously not as many spin options because we'll be playing at home. So it's going to be interesting to see how far the boys tackle England. I sincerely hope that they will come out and put a better showing than they did against India. I'm not going to say that we'll win the test series, but I think perhaps a drawn test series will be a good start in a transformation period for South Africa. Closer to the time we will have a full preview, we'll have a look at the test squad and our chances going forward. Guys, that is it for this show. Thanks for joining me once again. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe on the YouTube channel as well as our online magazine, thefairdigest.com. If you want to know a little bit more about the situation with Mario Balotelli and what happened to him with the racist incident that he suffered, I have written an article at thefairdigest.com. Go check it out, guys. I think what's going on in European football at the moment is absolutely atrocious, and something has to be done about it, and nothing is being done about it. So go check that out. That's me, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Have a lekker weekend. World champions. That's how we greet each other nowadays. We're hello world champion. How's the world champion? You good world champion? So guys, go out there and be world champions. And let's not forget And we are the world champions, and for a reason, because we fight for one common goal, and that is to be better human beings all around. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and cheers guys, have a good weekend.